This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So today I'm talking about why Black women should not be in leadership position. We just don't need you in the front. And I'm going to show a video where you can actually see this demonstrated. I'm probably going to show you two videos, but not back to back. So right now, let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me show you the first. It's about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come back with my perspective about it.
Plan is exactly. So you're encouraging other Black men not to get married because you swear that it doesn't make sense for y'all. Y'all gonna lose so much. So the men ain't gonna get married to women, right? But the men are gonna continue to keep procreating with women, right? Which is gonna turn the women into single mothers if you don't marry them. So you then tell men don't date single mothers. So you're gonna help create a generation of single mothers and then tell those same men who created the single mothers don't date single mothers.
The men that you are asking to marry you after you become a single mother are not the same men that have made you single mothers. The men that made you single mothers are not the same men that you are now wanting to take care of your fatherless kids.
Help me understand exactly what the game plan is. This is the reason why y'all are not allowed to lead.
Well, first of all, y'all are the ones that are not allowed to lead. And y'all had plenty of opportunities to lead. If you think about the typical Black family, it's 90% women. So you had plenty of opportunities to attempt to lead. And every time y'all lead, what do? You ruin Black people for generations because you effeminate your sons and make your daughters masculine. And the second thing is, all you really have to do as a woman is to require a man to marry you before you let him blank in you. But instead, you allow virtually any man that gives you some attention to blank in you. And then you wonder how you're a single mother again. See, we tell young men, you have two of the most valuable possessions on the planet, your sperm and your last name. And you hold these things with your life. And don't allow a woman to get a hold of it until she's earned it, because we, unlike y'all, have standards. We don't give our prized possessions out to every damn body like y'all do. The men that you are asking to marry you after you become a single mother are not the same men that have made you single mothers. The men that made you single mothers are not the same men that you are now wanting to take care of your fatherless kids. So don't get mad at us for actually teaching our men to have standards while y'all are running around letting random dudes blanking you.
Now, that was interesting, right? Now, I know that there are a lot of women, even some of the ladies who might cloud watch me, were listening to that lady and was nodding their heads. Well, that is a question, if the men aren't getting married, but then you want to be with the women and make them single mothers, then tell the men don't marry single mothers, then you complain about not dating and marrying single mothers. How does that go? You know what the problem is, and the real reason why you shouldn't be in leadership positions? Because you lack the ability to look at everything in a logical, reasonable manner. You know what you missed? Why, if you date somebody, you got to get pregnant? Why is that the automatic? Why is that the automatic result? A lot of women go through a bunch of dudes and don't come up with a kid. I'm going to use an unfortunately popular woman, Kim Kardashian. Everybody know this is a 304. She just rich, and not rich because of her. She rich because her daddy was rich before anyway, right? She didn't have them kids. And she was married before she was with Kanye. I think she had 2-3 marriages before Kanye. But she didn't have no kids till she got with Kanye. Say what you want about her. Okay, say what you want about who she is. We know she a 304. We know she a hyena. We know. But y'all in that camp anyway. The hyena camp. So this should be okay for me to make an example with her. Right? Even her sister, what's her sister name? Courtney. Had them kids, I think with Scott. I think them kids are all Scott's kids. One body. Not everywhere. Not everywhere. But Kim is the better example because she had her children in wedlock. I don't think Scott ever actually married Courtney. And we know the other one not married to that young man. Travis. I think is it Travis Scott? I forget him. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Kylie. So that's the point that you're really missing. Just because you're dating the guys, why do you have to be pregnant by the guys? Nobody can decide to be a single mother but you. Because you're the only one that can decide whether you want to be a mother or not. And I know y'all gonna hit me with the, well, I don't believe in abortion, but you do believe in getting ran through and the carousel and the whole phase, right? That don't impact you spiritually, but deleting the unborn, that's the one that really gets you. Okay, moving on from that. There's a lack of understanding of the difference between types of men. The men that are gonna give you attention just because, and the men who are actually marriage material, the men who are actually husbands. And a lot of you women out there, hyenas out there, can't tell the difference. You are almost confused, quote unquote, and I put that in big quotes because you're not really confused. You kind of know what you're doing, between the man you're attracted to and the man that's actually suitable for marriage. It's not a lack of physical attraction to the man that's suitable for marriage, because it's a myth to think that the men who are suitable for marriage, I don't like saying good black men. The men who are suitable for marriage are these ugly trolls that can't nobody be attracted to. If that's not true, that's just not true. That's a myth, the same way as it's a myth saying good women or women who are marriage material are the ugly ones. Only the ugly ones. She can't be pretty. If she's marriage material, she's not physically attractive. It's a whole cap. But anyway, going beyond that, it's not the lack of physical attraction. What it is it's his presence of order, right? Because a man who's marriage material either does not allow, pays no attention to, or outright dismisses a woman when she has out of control chaos that cannot be brought to order, or that will not be brought to order. Women don't like to operate in reality, so therefore she's not fit for leadership. She's too prone to chaos and too averse to order, and she lacks understanding of the world outside of her personal experiences. But here's the main reason, and the reasoning that this man was getting to as a response to that video. Y'all cannot manage y'all own wombs properly. You can't lead your womb. Your womb is located inside of your body. So I fail to understand how men have so much control over your womb in a society where it's gynocratic and gynocentric, where you have unilateral control over reproduction. So I fail to understand, with giving you unilateral control environmentally, according to policy, okay, you have control over reproduction. Biologically, you have control over reproduction. And culturally, you have control over reproduction. So how you ain't controlling it? How you not controlling it, sis? The single mother thing is you, not them. That's your womb. Just like you said, tell him, you quick to tell him that's his sperm. And he should keep it out of a woman if he don't want her to be pregnant. Okay, touche. But you should keep sperm out of your womb if you don't want to be pregnant. It's your womb. It's yours. It belonged to you. You were born with it. So I fail to understand how organs that you was born. It's like you in charge of your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm, every organ, your stomach. You in charge of every organ except your womb. How did that happen? How does that happen? He can't tell you what to eat because you in charge of what? Your stomach. So you will end up eating what you want to eat, right? Can't nobody control you because you do what you want to do. Speaking of eating, I got a little quick video to show y'all. And this one's interesting. Y'all are probably going to find it funny on some level. But what's interesting about it, well, when you watch it, you'll understand. The video is only about a minute long. It was shared to me, so I'm going to share it with y'all.
Food played a very large part in the way that I comforted my children. My ex-husband did not allow me to give them ice cream or cookies or go to fast food places, but I would sneak it to them so they could be happy.
I doubled in weight and got to over 200 pounds by the time I was 12. But as I gained more weight, my dad started to get more and more upset with me because of it. He tried to stop me across his weight gain, but it didn't stop us from eating how we wanted. And by the time I was 13, I was over 350 pounds. And Carlton was 5 or 6 and around 200.
When I was around 10, I think that's when it got to its worst with my dad. So as a family, it was at a point where we couldn't take it anymore. So my mom took us and we ran.
I felt very relieved when finally I was able to escape.
Being away from my dad was such a relief to all of us.
Instead of it being somber, everyone was happy about it. And I remember being allowed to eat as many desserts as I wanted. And I would just take advantage of it, and I would eat. And my mom wouldn't be crying. And my sister would be smiling and eating too. So it was a peaceful time. By the time I was 11, I was over 300 pounds. And it was a massive problem. Kids were teasing me. My mother had to constantly try to scramble and find new uniforms. And I ended up getting suspended for leaving the school after my lunch break and going to get food from somewhere else. So it got to be really difficult.
Food played a very large.
Okay. Now, some of y'all probably gonna find that funny to a certain degree, and the way my humor is made up, I probably could find it funny. But what's not funny was they made the father the problem. The father had systems, order, and structure. He was trying to look out for the health of his family, 2 internal values. Under his leadership, he was trying to make sure that his children and his wife did not have health problems linked to obesity. But what did she do? She undermined his authority by sneaking the children all of this junk food. The telltale sign was in the weight gain of the children, despite the fact that he had forbidden all of these extra snacks and cookies and cake to be given to them. The contention in the marriage, I bet you anything, the contention in the marriage was her undermining his authority there. That's why she was sad. Whatever she told them kids, see, children are children, and children are always going to go with doing whatever is allowed, they are allowed to do. Children are chaotic. Children themselves are chaotic. Even little male children are chaotic because when they're young like that, 4, 5, 6, they don't have any higher concept of order. They just are impulsive. So if they want a cake, the parent that gives them the cake is the hero, and the parent that restricts it is the devil in the situation, right? Okay. So she takes her children and then begins to lead her family. Where are they? On my 600-pound life, trying to go to doctor now to get a surgery that you wouldn't even need had your mama loved you enough to not put you in that situation to begin with. No foresight, abuse of the children, coming out from under the order of the husband, out from under the leadership of the husband, and somehow he was in the wrong for just trying to have order. He was controlling. She had to escape. It was characterized as abusive. His order, his structure. That's what y'all be talking about. Oh, it was abusive. That's what a lot of y'all be talking about. I would bet that the percentage of women who are actually battered women, that's abuse, is much lower than the percentage of women who just didn't like the structure. That's why you're not allowed to lead. You're not allowed to lead. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.